I think I need to change that setting on my phone. It gets to 30-ish and it says maximum and stops. But so this is going to be hard for a lot of you to do, this part. But any belief that you see that you have, put a hole in it. But then as I'm saying that, if you say it's hard, then it's going to be hard. No? Maybe it won't be hard. No, leave a hole in it. Don't entrap it. It doesn't exist. Maybe I can live without food and water. No, you just softened it. No, that's going to be real hard for a lot of people to do. But if you just say it to yourself, no, maybe, because I'm immortal, and I'm gonna keep climbing in every direction. No, I'm expanding, I'm imploding, all that shit, and there's no limit to it. There's no limit to letting go. I am not going to be able to be fully let go. Otherwise, there's nothing that exists. Hey, every ripple, as I'm saying that, like, what do you call it? Keys on the piano. There's those keys, and then there's a step. There's the keys, then there's the step. They're just I don't think octaves, something. But there's different stages to it. No? There's letters and numbers. No? But really, we're just trying to simplify this shit. So our way of saying that, we'll go te kore, ne? Or ko te kore. And then te kore te whiwhia, te kore te rāwea, te kore I ai, te kore te wiwia, nā te kore te pō nui, te pō roa, te pō uri uri, te pō kere kere, te pō tifa tifa, te pō tango tango, te pō whawha, te pō namu namu ki tai ao, te pō tahuri atu, te pō tahuri mai ki tai ao, ki te whai ao, ki te aoma, rama matihe, mauri ora. Different stages, eh? So we'll say te pō, when we get, so it goes through the different stages of nothingness, eh? I'm not going to name each one, but it'll be like, and I can't fully understand each one, no? And there's more stages, like there's different numbers to these ones. I've learned a few different whakapapa for te kore, but it's like, without union, without boundary, without feeling, without desire. It could be without, and if you were to look back the other way, I want nothing, I know nothing, or I feel nothing, I know nothing, I am nothing. No, and that's liberated, fully liberated. But that's like saying, if I say I'm fully liberated, that's like saying that there's a line there, and you're trapping it. Surely there's more. No, there's more letting go. Otherwise you're saying you are the pinnacle, no? No, like when wherever attention goes, energy flows. No thoughts are creative. It just keeps creating. Yeah? Once you get to that full relaxation, by saying fully, you'll put a line there, and you're saying that is the pinnacle. It's like saying pull all the energy into your inner, into a dot. No, if there's a dot, then you'll fucking can find it. No. How does that dot stay there? There's a dot. There's something holding the dot. No? That motherfucker, there's a fucking skin holding the dot. No? Every shake of a shaker. No? Every murmur. Every rattle of a rattle. For every little tiny piece of a thought. Which is what this is. Hey, it's like te kore, te whiwhia, te kore te rāwea, te kore I ai, te kore te wiwia. And then next thing, a beam of light shoots past you. So that was nothingnesses. There were nothing, but it was different shutters moving into darkness. No, so next thing, a beam of light shoots past you. You don't think about that beam of light, but now this becomes dark. No, so then te pō nui, te pō roa, te pō uri uri, te pō kere kere, te pō tifa tifa, te pō te kitia, te pō tango tango, te pō whawha, te pō namu namu ki tai ao. So te pō whawha is the night of feeling, and then it goes, oh, so these are different intensities, no? No? If we were to feel these, we've been conditioned to, when we feel things, it's too much for us, it's overwhelming, so we contract it into ourselves. No? But if you break it into steps, then you can start climbing this shit. No, like doing the same little step every day, you can slowly start to feel it. Like doing that exercise that we just did, qigong. No? By doing those kai Tāwhaki. No? From doing these exercises, layering it on top of each day, you start to be able to feel more and more and more and more, because you're doing it every day, getting more weight, moving down into your Whānanga or hōhonu, getting further. But there is no center, there is no deep Whānanga or hōhonu, like as a whole. Once you get to that, you can keep going. No? You'll always be in the middle. You are in the center of everything. E-O-E-O. No? You are God, I am God. Yeah, easier to see it when you put a silhouette around it, leave a hole in it. What's inside me and outside me, it's the same. Same as you. I see myself in you. I see God in you. I see everything in you. Everything that exists is in you. Yeah? You're bang in the middle. You're bang in the middle of everything that exists. You have supreme power over your existence. You are bang in the middle. I'm affecting it too, but you're in the middle. You're in the middle of your whole entire reality. And we're all sharing with each other, especially when we start to rip holes in it. In our bubbles. No? And my bubble just goes into your bubble. We're not confined. So yeah, so when it gets to the beam of light shoots past, and then it gets to te pō, so then the different ages, the darkness, the different intensities, the different subtle energies that are around us, and we're building relationships with them. No? The more you do it, the more you can start to feel it, because they are so subtle. The more quiet your mind gets, because it's the same. Stillness and movement are the same. So the quieter your mind gets, the more intense the energies within you and without you are. You can feel it. That shit ain't quiet. They're together, you know, and it's just you're the alchemist. You can pull every fucking thing together. How you can put it together? You're in the middle. No? No matter what intensities or whatever the fuck, no? Inside, outside, spiritual, mental, spiritual, or mental, physical. You're bang in the middle of it. It's the same stick. You can pull them together when you realize any direction you're sending energy, you're sending it the other direction too. No? Like as I'm walking, no? As I'm walking on the physical, I'm holding my attention on the spiritual. No? No? Just the realization you're in the middle. Beautiful. This is the middle part. No? If you see something that is bad, no? If you see something that you consider as bad, which is a label, change that shit. Leave it open. If you're seeing something, you can see that negative, there's a positive happening exactly the same time. It's coming out the other side, you know. As the roots are going down, the tree's climbing up. You know? As the more you're becoming aware of the mycelium that just spreads as you let all the creatures all come together as one. You know? Maori. No, Maori is pure. Maori doesn't mean taking one gene and then holding that gene by itself. No? Maori means pure. Look into it. No? Could that be everything that exists? No? A perfect union, balanced, no? Of every race. like a fucking, what do you call it? A melting pot. No? Like everything all up in there together, balanced. Could that be Maori? No? Anyway, so I guess to te pō namu namu ki tai ao. No, you're searching. Oh wait, so that beam of light shoots past, no? And na te kore te pō, and then it becomes dark, and you go through all those intensities. No, different stages of a thought. No, this is like like one thought being a wave. No? But there's different stages within that wave for that wave to be built up of energy. No? So these are the different stages of intensity leading up to Te Po Whawha, the night of healing. You can start to feel some shit. And then it's Te Po Namu Namu Ki Taio, Te Po searching for whatever the fuck that was that shot past those aeons of time ago, unmeasurable time ago, which are Te Po, eons of time, looking back. Something shot past, you know. It was a beam of light, but you didn't hold your attention on the light. This became dark, you know? Before that beam of light shot past, there was nothing to distinguish darkness against. There was nothing. Yeah. But then now there's something. If that was something else, then we'll call this dark. Yeah? And then all of a sudden you start searching for what that was. Te Po Namu Namu Ki Taio. And then you can't find it. So then it goes Te Po Tahuriatu, or the restless night. Yeah, the night of restless turning. Yeah? And then, because you're trying to find it and you can't. I'm trying to find a way of fucking explaining this shit to get this matauranga out there to help people. And as I was trying to think about it, I was getting restless, you know, which was that shit energy building up inside me. And then I just let go, and fuck it, I'll just press record, you know. So in that night, in that darkness, you give up, and then all of a sudden you can see the flicker. Ki te whaiao, ki te omar, mamatihe, mauri ora. Yeah? You can see it. And then, which is the flicker, create, destroy, create, destroy, create, destroy, create, destroy, create, destroy. Manifest, unmanifest. Up and down. No? Stillness and movement. No, like, but neither one are evil. No, they are two sides of the one fucking thing, you know? Don't hold your attention on any of them being the negative, no? Because we see negative as bad instead of a pull. No? Like, no? It's all good, push and pull, no? See it for what it is. The more you pull away from it, the more you see it for what it is. Not the evil shit when you look into it. When you jump into it, it's going to show you some evil shit. No, it's going to show you something to hold you in that vibration, which is beautiful. No? It's up to you what you hold your attention on. No? Don't hold your attention on the fucked up shit that's happening in the world right now, because it's just level 3 trying to hold you, all the tentacles and shit, bro. Come, stay. No, fuck your energy's beautiful. We want you down here. No? And then it's like, nah, yeah, you're all good. Yeah, I love you. You're sweet. But we're together. We're still together. I'm just putting my ladder here and I'm climbing up. I'm still gonna feed you. No? All the energy I can't give, I'm still gonna give to you. No? Like, it's beautiful seeing it like that. Like, what is it? So within, so without. No? What happens above, so below. That type of. No? What's inside me is the same as outside me. Put a fucking line around it. Put a hole in it. Excellent fucking practice. Daily practice. That's all it is. Daily practice. It's kai. No? Yeah. The realization, anything you're putting energy to, there's energy coming back. You're eating that motherfucker. And then it becomes like Pac-Man. You see that you got any belief, you hold your attention on that belief, and you soften it. You eat a hole in it. And that's the direction of letting go. There is no fully letting go. No, you can't aim at an exact spot, but you can feel inside and outside. You know, when you can feel that you got a blockage, whether you can feel like a mamai. You see there's two sides of it. For you to have a mamai in the physical, there had to be energy. No, something. There's something wrong with the energy, no? With your energy field, there's something wrong with there at the same time, you know? So you can fix the energy and that just fucking clears itself, you know? And a perfect way of doing that is you're not killing anything, you're not pulling anything out of you. You can let go of things, no? And it falls back into this shit, no? It's like it blends back into the material of everything. You're feeding yourself at the same time, no? It's relaxed. It's like a wave comes up and then it settles down, no? That's it. And that's what you do with every belief system, every mamai, every trauma. So you do the opposite. You realize as there's an in-breath, there's an out-breath happening at the same time. So if you've watched, or you know, connected breathing, kaiho, which is like what I was taught is the main one. There's heaps of different types of breathing techniques. which is how Tāne climbed up. The kids of Tāwhaki and Parawera Nui, they're kids of all the different types of whirlwinds and shit, which are the different breathing techniques that can make you raise your vibration, help you to trip out. Deep breathings, shamanic breathings, heaps of buzzy breathings, and you probably learned some at school that could help you fall into a different consciousness. But once you get there and you see it, you gotta do the work. You gotta. How the fuck did I get there? Yeah, and where the steps come in, which you can use beliefs. You can have a belief, believe a hole in it, and then you can just use a wave as a step. As I was saying that the like you drop something in the water, it's a wave. It's not a complete circle. You can see the wave. It's made of the water. It is the water, and then it settles back down again because you know it. But you can ride it. You can like climb it as a direction. So yeah, that's the game plan. Anytime you feel a trauma, release it. That's the direction. Gratidão, gratidão, gratidão. Whakamoe miti. Ngā mihi, ngā mihi, ngā mihi. Whakawhetana mātou, kia tātou. Fuck, thank every part of it. Any word you could use for gratitude, gracias. That's the releasing. So, like as I say, raising its vibration. You're explaining it as climbing, but it's just it could be in any direction. I'm using those waves to climb. So any time that you realize you have a belief, soften it. That's the direction. Whether you're going in or just expanding. So as I'm talking about the breathing techniques, Whaki will do this breathing technique because this is kai, kai ho. As you breathe in, it feels uncomfortable at first because it goes against everything, because you're visualizing it in and out at the same time. So air is going in, Modi is going in, but really what's happening, your body is breathing and you're breathing through your pores. It's like you've got all these dots that are on your skin and they're opening up and they're going out. They're going out. You're sharing your body and every part of you with the universe. There's no limit to how far it's going to go, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's like, fuck, I'm like visualizing myself going out, 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 and I didn't get very far. It doesn't matter because there is no, it's just the pattern, the direction of it. So as you're breathing in, your body's going out. And you can sit in any position you want. You can have your hands any way you want. I like having my hands straight up, because the more you do these energy practices, it gets real sensitive. So having them open like that, you can just feel them. And then as you exhale, like if you watch my other Kai-Ho videos, you can fully relax. And that's so the concentration's on the in. Out, 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 out. And then on the exhale, you just fully let go. And then it just naturally comes in. I used to visualize a dot, so it's going into the dot. But now there is no dot, it's just in that direction. And then if I am visualizing a dot, it's just the direction that I know it's going past the dot. Like a black hole. We're in the middle of a black hole. It's like if you're thinking, what's in a black hole? Fuck, you get crushed and all this other shit. You're in the middle of it. You're in a black hole. And every dot, when you can start to see the dots, those are black holes too. All the black holes are holding it together. There's just a spinning around, going out this way, spinning around, going out that way. Tauruses, feeding everything, Anything that you take in is going into you and making the world at the same time. It's just if you want to look into it. You're in the middle of a black hole. There's no bottom to this shit. There's no limit to how far it's going in, but there's a pattern. Tick, 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 tick. So it's people like with the Hadron Collider and all that type of shit. They wanted to find the smallest particle, Like they got the atom, then they got the proton, and then now they got this God particle shit. And like, we found the smallest shit. And then you go the next one, no, we found the smallest shit. And then the next one, no, we found the smallest shit. But there is no smallest shit. It's just the direction, And there's a pattern to it. That pattern is become aware, Karachi dao. Thank you. Ngama he let it go. uh, and then the more you build up that gratitude energy, I'll teach it to you. Like there's heaps of different ways, but I'll teach you one. No? Like, how you can build that super energy, and when that's all around you, you can feel that. And then all of a sudden, your mind is quiet, no? With all this. And in that state, that there's your higher self is guiding you, you know. And naturally, you're gonna want to help. You're gonna want to help every creature that's around you, you know. Fucking thank you. That's the direction. There's no top of the direction. There's no bottom of the direction, but that's the direction. That's the pattern. There's no bigger, you know. The further you look in, the bigger it's going out at the same time. There's no biggest, you know. So sorry, aroha mai. This is how it is. The breathing technique. Sophia Wapatira. She teaches a bit of me. I got this one of her. Fuck me, ngamahi. I'd heard it through this Gaston. He's another breath there, Wāterian. But the way Sophia puts it is bang on, man. And I knew straight away, like it's natural. Hey, so and it goes exactly with the kai ho. Like so as you're breathing in, you're expanding. Hey, your puku's coming out, your chest is coming out, and it's expanding out into the universe. So the oxygen and the mode is coming in, but you're pushing your body and everything. You're giving it out to everything that exists, everyone that exists, every animal, every insect. You're giving your energy to everything. So you can visualize it any way. Book. You can visualize it as any color energy that you want to, if you wanted to do it like that, or you can just visualize it going to the houses next door, going up all the clouds and shit. Any way you want to. You can visualize it just coming from the earth and going out, tick, or from the galaxy and going out to the other galaxies, tick. Anything. It's just that pattern. Yeah? So you're giving yourself and all of you, you're breathing, your cells, your pores are opening up. I like visualizing it like that. Your pores are opening up and going out. You can visualize it like tentacles or waves. No, they're going out. Giving yourself, all of you, out to the universe. And then as you breathe out, all the energy from everything is coming back inside of you. Doesn't matter how far you look in, it's just the pattern of coming in. No. At the same time as relaxing. No. You can just concentrate on any of those points. You don't have to concentrate on the relaxing. But as you start doing it daily, you know, as I'm talking about daily, you weigh it on top of each other. Daily, until that's it. No. Until you can do them together. And it's natural. And before it wasn't natural. You're thinking, fuck, there's air going in and I'm going out. But it's natural, because as you're breathing in, you're expanding. Like, and as you're breathing out, as you just naturally contract, and it's coming in. And it's like a puku out and then in. At the same time as rocking your hips too. Which is how a baby breathes with its diaphragm. Yeah, and you can visualize as it's happening, your breath getting more softer and more softer, and your like diaphragm, your puku, and everything is like it's elastic. It's like a balloon. If you inflate it, it'll deflate by itself. So that's the relax. Or breathe out by yourself. You can lie back. Hey, let gravity do its thing. But slowly, like you might want to do it for a minute, and then after you're doing it every day, layering it on top of each other, building weight, and at the same time it's climbing, the steps. Same step every day. Yeah, so as you're going down into your subconsciousness, your consciousness is lowering, your vibration is raising. So you can visualize it any way you want. There's no disconnection to it. Everything has a hole in it. Everything's sharing, no? You can visualize being the dots around you, viewing you from all different angles. You can visualize you being a manu. Ti waiwaka, just like your tupuna do. Hey, they're watching you right now too, no? They're not just watching you through the manu, they're watching you through the dots, they're watching you. And there's knowing that, they're watching you, that's, no? Love that shit. No? You can't get away from it. You can pretend, eh? You can pretend and trap yourself in a bubble, but fuck, it ain't real. Let everything in, let the healing, no? Let everything in, just naturally heal. You are you, you know? You don't need to get anything out of you. Everything that exists is in you. Just raise its vibrations. Just like the deep, low vibrations that are smashing against each other, all the friction that's creating the solid that we put our ladder on. The ladder's there. No, we gave the ladder to all of them. You got it. And at some stages they're going to climb. No? We're going to have turns at it, and it's beautiful. But there's no limitation. No? There's no limitation to how long I will live, how far I will climb. It will never stop. No, and if you have a belief that that's uncomfortable, then you're holding it. No, just say, fuck, maybe it will. Fuck, maybe that will be nice. No? Maybe I can talk to my tupuna without dying. Yeah? Maybe I can see Te Wairua in all its glory without dying. Yeah? The physical and the spiritual are the damn same. No, you're in it. It's the same. Oh yeah, so getting back to this, you can stop whenever you want. But as it goes, te po namu ki taio, when you finally see it, yeah, you see the dot, you see the flicker, you realize there's energy going there and coming back. No? Exactly the same. No? You're in the middle of it. No, there's energy coming in, there's energy going out at the same time, in all directions. Yeah? For me to be seeing this light, ki te whaiao, ki te o marama, if you look into it, no? For me to be looking into it, there has to be energy coming back at the same time. Male, female. Flick it around, male, female. No? Which way you are sitting, no? It's the same. You are both. Just in the skin that we've jumped into this dimension, it appears like you're just the male. No, it appears like you're just the female. It's beautiful. That's the illusion. Yeah? And you're the magician. Yeah, so we see it. No? We realize there's energy going there, energy coming back. And then, so you realize you're both male and female. And the korero goes, Io pulls herself or himself apart. I'll say herself because everyone else is saying himself. So pulls herself apart and realizes, oh, and in saying that, you know, like in the nothingness, you can't move without first being aware, you know, which is where a step comes in. You know? You can't, like, so you can't be in here. You can't be in here. We say there's hands, there's legs. No? How can you move when there's nothing in reference to move against? No? You got to first become aware of anything. No? And then put a dot there, or a potama, or a ranga. Ranga, these different levels. The beliefs. No? Potama, the steps. No? You've got to become aware of something first before you can move against it. So if the moving is the male, then you had to be aware first, which is the female. So fuck, it looks like the female was first, or the female action was first. But then when you're more aware, you realize the two sides of the same shit, so it happened at the same time. You know? No? There is no top to it, there's no bottom to it, and there's a fucking hole in it. No? so it's like when Eeyore, when she sees or realizes I'm both male and female, she pulls herself apart. Yeah? And anything that's happening in the physical has an effect, or anything that's happening in the spiritual, we'll say this is the spiritual or the mental, any of them, the emotional. Yeah? Now we're fine. Yeah? Whether you're pulling in whatever direction it is, it's going in this other directions at the same time. Yeah? So if he or she realizes I'm both male and female and pulls herself apart, and keeps doing it, looks at the female, pulls that apart, looks at the male, pulls that apart, looks at the female, pulls that apart, and keeps realizing every part that comes off is the same, and you can just keep splitting it, and it's still the all. You know? Each side is still the male, each side is still the female. You know? Each side is still both. You know? Each side is still both Eeyore. It's still the all. You pull the all apart. That's the all. That's the all. A reaction to that in the physical is the Big Bang, expansion. Then you realize which direction does Eeyore pull herself apart? Is it front, back, left, right, up, down? Yeah? And it becomes inside, outside, the bubble. Yeah. Which holds the sacred geometry, everything. Yeah. Inside the bubble, te mangu, the push, mahora nui a rangi, te pull. It needs both of them. If it was just the pull, it would fall in on itself. If it was just the push, it would just keep going. So for that skin to be there, male and female holding it there. And then that bubble, whaitua. That's the skin that holds everything together. Yeah? Like a computer folder holding it there. Which is the first bubble. Yeah? And then it goes, I'll say this, I'll tell you this korero, maybe on the next one, or if you request it, like the actual, the purako for it. But, so, it goes inside, outside the bubble. Whaitua is the skin. Rangi pōtiki. Rangi nui a tamaku rangi. Rangi tāmaku. Rangi parauri. Rangi maire kura. Rangi matawai. Tauru rangi. Rangi mataura. Rangi nui ka tika. Rangi te wana, rangi naunau ariki. Tiri o mātangi. Tiki o ngā rangi. Yeah? The different heavens are just levels within you. Yeah? So as you're climbing to the top of it, that could just be one. That could just be one step. Yeah? It doesn't exist, there's no end to it. But we can use it to climb. Our vision getting bigger. Getting back into the other. So you can go in it the other way too. Yeah? So it doesn't matter which way the spiral is spinning. We're going to do tāmoko after this. Put holes in them. No? They're all feeding each other. No? The denseness. That could be like a solid iron ore in the middle of the earth. No? Giving energy to all of us. No? Got a hole in the motherfucker. You know, the same energy in that is in me. The same energy in me and is out of me. Freedom. And in this direction, the direction of letting go is everything. In and out. Yeah? So anything that you think about, like I'm thinking all these other thoughts that could just go into a next video, like it's fucking pretty big thoughts. But I might have like missed the simplicity bit. So simplicity would have to be becoming more aware. Yeah, and how you become more aware? Move in the direction of letting go. letting go of any belief you have. Yeah. Anything. You think that you're where you went to school, right? If you think that you are your occupation, if you think that you are an earthling, and that's it. Soften that shit. Put a hole in it. No, you're more. 100% you're more. So soften each belief. No, if you believe, fuck, I can't live without this type of kite. Put a hole in it. Maybe I can. No? Easy way to do it, just grab the substitute for it. No? If you're living a carnivorous diet, look at the vegan substitute. If you're living a vegan diet, look at the raw vegan substitute. Oh, so yeah, because as we're talking about, they want to look at fuck how I'm living. I used to live fucking steak. No, I used to live steak, lunch and dinner, especially when it was just me and my son living together. No, because I'm a busy I was a busy motherfucker. No, always doing some shit, always in the rat race. No, always wanting to learn more, always wanting to climb higher. Always wanting to give my son the best toys. It wasn't a lot of time, and I was under the program. I had downloaded a program that told me, or a belief system, a solid belief system that told me all the nutrient I ever need, I could get from steak. No, and it was something I could, it was palatable for me. No, I could just cook it and eat it. No, that's something that I could always eat. I wouldn't get sick of it. So lunch and dinner, most days of the week, steak. And my son was like that too. You know, I programmed him. But he's reprogrammed himself. He's 100% vegan right now, just like our other tamariki. And then a step up from that would be organic vegan. No, or fucking organic at the beginning, no? Without the other weight that's on top of it. Which is made like that. No, the insects don't eat some shit that's got a chemical in it. No, why? And saying that, like you can do it like a better way. You can if you're growing anything, you can just plant heaps of wildflowers around, and that would bring all the other insects. No, and those insects would tell the other insects, bro, don't come around here with your big army. Which are the ones that wipe shit out. No, it just puts everything in balance. Everything feeds each other. Like the different layers, the sludge, the bigger trees of the forest. You can split it into layers. You can split it into 7 layers. You can split it into 9 layers. The bigger trees of the forest dig down deep into the clay where nothing else can get to, beyond death. Like if you've created a tree that believes one day you are going to die, you've got a root system. It only goes to a certain point, because it's death. There's a limit to it. Same as if you're eating something that died, there's a limit to it. There's a limit to how far you can go. Yeah? Just the same with this tree. Here's the root, the main root system of this tree, and it's reaching out. It's doing its fucking thing. But it's death. No, it's filled up with death. And then all these other everything in the government is all reliant on this, the belief that one day you think you're going to die. Or you know it. If you know it, if you go, nah, 100% one day I'm going to die, that's a solid fucking belief. And you're trapped in it. And you're dying. You're pulling energy. You're pulling death. Anything that you think about, you're holding your attention on it, you're pulling it.